was a rush to release a statement that has since been demonstrated to be inaccurate, but no rush to release the footage. No rush to arrest or investigate in any serious way the people responsible. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I want to highlight some of the reporting that Coyote Crown with AO.com has put out. He had an article out on yesterday, well, updated yesterday. It was published on October 10th, called "Despite Arrest, Protesters in Decatur Vow to Continue in Wake of Police Shooting." And, of course, I'm referring to the police killing of Stephen Perkins, who was killed at the end of September by the Decatur police. And it's just a tragic incident, and there have been people protesting basically every day since then. And I'm hoping that next week I can have some more insight on this situation. I've reached out to some folks I know are involved in the protest, and to get some statements and get some perspectives on the ground. But in the meantime, I did want to just highlight the reporting that Coyote Crown has been doing. I know that he has been really on the ground, spending time with folks to try to learn what's going on, to see how the community feels. And it's really unfortunate it's unfortunate, first of all, whenever we have violence in our community, but particularly when it comes at the hands of police. This man was killed in his own front yard. And the people in the community are banding together, demanding justice, demanding action from the city, from ALEA, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. And unfortunately, we're seeing continued arrest of organizers and activists. For example, protest organizer Breonna Watkins said she counted 8 arrests for disorderly conduct over last weekend, including one for cursing and others for stepping into the street rather than remaining on sidewalks.
Oh my God.
Now, this is supposed to be a free country. It's supposed to be. And yet, we have armed agents of the state executing people in their front yard. And when his neighbors and his loved ones protest peacefully, they are arrested. And this is happening right here in Alabama. It's really disturbing. One of the latest updates came from the Decatur police, who have themselves now admitted that they, quote, erred when they gave their initial statements. Because initially, Decatur police said that Mr. Perkins did not drop a weapon, that he refused to drop a weapon. But they have since walked that statement back and have revised their narrative and said, quote, "I want to share that in our initial rush to release information to the public on the morning of September 29th, we provided inaccurate information about the interaction between Mr. Perkins and the officer." And that is Police Chief Todd Pinion in Decatur. Notice there's not been a rush to release body cam footage. There was a rush to release a statement that has since been demonstrated to be inaccurate, but no rush to release the footage, no rush to arrest or investigate in any serious way the people responsible.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
And this is really, just for a second, I mean, this is not necessarily always the case, but if the police, because the police obviously can release body cam footage immediately. And how do we know that? Because 3 weeks ago, there was a band director down in Birmingham that was harassed and arrested and assaulted by the cops. And they felt like the body cam footage would be beneficial to them. So literally the next day, we got body cam footage from that incident. So it can happen. So anytime you hear this nonsense about, oh, we can't do it because it's an investigation, it's BS. They're lying. They're lying to you. The cops are lying to you, telling you that they can't release the body camera footage. It's a lie. And you should be upset about that, small government people, anti-tyranny people.
Those are our tax dollars at work. We pay for these body cams, right? And we pay for the police, and we pay for the body cams on the police, and they're supposed to be there to protect us. And this is what happens. And so it's a real shame. I just wanted to highlight it. We had not mentioned it on the show, and it's a major situation happening here in North Alabama, particularly, for listeners outside of our Tennessee Valley. You may not have heard about it. And like I said, next week, hopefully I'll have a little bit more information from activists on the ground about what's happening. But I just wanted to highlight that. And, it's just, again, yet another instance of police violence. And I know that that's a controversial issue. I know that that's an issue that, again, maybe is a little bit outside of our areas of expertise. But when fellow working class people are victimized by the police, that's a working class issue. And that's how I see it. And I think when people peacefully demonstrate and they're met with police resistance, that's a working class issue. Because we know it happens at picket lines just as well as it happens at protests of police brutality. So, those are just some initial thoughts that I have about it. And, like I said, next week, maybe I can have a little bit more, but it's just really despicable. And this comes on the heels of finding out that the killer cop in Huntsville, William Darby, has pled guilty to manslaughter and will not face any prison time, is my understanding. Yeah. He's going to get time served. He's going to get 3 years of probation. And, again, while I'm happy that at least that case is over in a sense, and maybe that can help the family bring some closure, I think that's really disturbing that this person murdered our fellow citizen and won't face any serious consequences for it. Just really a shame.
District Attorney Rob Broussard, in explaining his agreement to a plea deal where the killer cop pleaded guilty to manslaughter instead of murder, he said that this was essentially the same deal we offered 4 years ago at the inception of this. Broussard said the plea offered then and now was in recognition of the job police do every day. I mean, just really gross stuff. Just because, he's literally saying because this guy who killed he's not even saying that it's because the facts of the case don't support murder. He's saying because this guy is in a group of special snowflakes, then he's going to get manslaughter, where any one of us would get murder. It's like actually sickening. I don't know. Sickening, gross, disgusting. That's how I feel about that.
It is, absolutely. So I just, want to send my love and solidarity with the family of Stephen Perkins, with the family of all those victimized by police violence, and with all of those who are out protesting and using their voice and asking for a better world where this doesn't happen, because it doesn't have to happen.
Update to the Decatur police killing of a citizen last week. This just came out 2 hours ago on AL.com. In response to a public records request Thursday, the Decatur city clerk confirmed that no court orders were issued, and thus no order in which a judge authorized the police to assist in repossession. The legislature approved official commentary that informs the statute governing vehicle repossessions in the state explicitly states that the statute does not authorize law enforcement to assist in repossessions without judicial process.
Wow.
Of which there was none, apparently.
Wow. So even more evidence of wrongdoing here. Yeah. And again, just sending my love and solidarity to all the folks affected out there. It's past time for some justice.
Yeah. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free
to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.